Hi there, fourth graders. We are on lesson 8 today, and our objective is using understanding of fraction equivalents to investigate decimal numbers on the place value chart expressed in different units. So we're going to be thinking about those equivalent fractions and how that can relate to what we know about decimals. And it says we're going to be using some different units to express certain numbers. Okay? So let's see, get my pen working here. So for this first one, it's just a little warm up here. This is reviewing yesterday and what we did with our expanded form. Okay, so go ahead and show your expanded form for 14 and 17 hundredths and 25 and 64 hundredths. So pause, work those out, and then check your work with me. Alright, so my first place value is a 1, and that 1 is worth 10 each. We have a 4, and it's worth 1 each. We have our 17, and we can break it down into the 1 and so the 1 is worth a 10th, and the 7 is worth the 100th. So I could break that down into the 1/10/7 of the 17 hundredths. Alright, for this one, I've got 2 in the tens place. So 2 times 10 plus 5 times 1. And this time, if I break down those 64 hundredths, I would have a 6 times my tenths plus 4 times my hundredth. Okay, and how I got that was thinking of my decimal form. So if I turn this into a decimal, this would be my number here, and up here this is my 14 and 17 hundredths. Okay, so hopefully that worked out well for you. Alright, Jay-Sean had $500 bills and 6 $10 bills in his wallet. Elva had 58 $10 bills under her mattress. James had 556 $1 bills in his piggy bank. They decide to combine their money to buy a computer. Express the total amount of money they have using the following bills. So we're going to have to break these down into hundreds, tens, and ones. And for the last one, for B, we need to show it with only using tens and ones. Okay, so, well, first we have to figure out what everyone has. So I'm going to start just a little kind of tape diagrams to show Jay-Sean has $500 bills, 6 $10 bills. So that makes $560. Elva has 58 $10 bills, so 58 tens, so times that by 10. Okay, so 58 tens. And then James has 556 $1 bills, so that comes to 556. So when they combine their money, so I want this all together, so I'm going to add their money together. I have 14 plus 5. So we're going to have 14 plus 5 gives me 9, 19. 5, 10, 15 plus 1 is 16. So I have $1,696 altogether. they want me to show it in hundreds, tens, and ones. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out the hundreds, and in this case these 16 are hundreds, so 16 $100 bills. I'm going to have 9 $10 bills, and I'm going to have 6 $1 bills. Okay, so there's one combination that they could have in their money. Okay, so using that same number, now I only can use tens and ones. Okay, so if I decompose all these, this 1,000, this 600, down into tens, now I'm thinking, well, I have 169, there's my tens place, I have 169 $10 bills, so tens, okay? And that's going to leave my 6 ones by themselves. Okay, so I could go to the bank and I could get 169 $10 bills and have 6 ones, and I would have this amount of money. Pretty cool. Alright, so this gets us jump started in what we're going to look at today. Okay, we're going to be looking at showing our different place values in different units here. So you're going to need to sketch out a place value chart, and I have to do mine too, so I'll give you a minute. It only needs to have up to ones, so it's going to have ones, it's going to have, make sure your decimal gets shown somehow, and it's going to have your tenths and hundredths. Okay, so tenths and hundredths, ones. If you want to write that out, you can. Alright, and I'm just going to make it kind of a T style because we really don't need super fancy here right now. Okay, it's asking us to show 2 ones and 4 tenths. So I have 2 ones and I have 4 tenths. Okay, so there's my place value chart. It's also telling me to show 2 ones and 40 hundredths. So I'm going to break this down here, and I'm going to show 2 ones. I'm not going to show 40 hundredths. I'm actually just going to write that I have 40 hundredths here. Okay? If I have 40 hundredths, what is true? So think about that for a second. If I have 40 hundredths, what's happening to those 40 hundredths that are in there? Okay, there's a reason I did not draw 40 hundredths. Okay, and it relates to these 2 decimals down here. Okay, one says 2.40 and the other says 2.4. Are these the same? Do you agree? Or are these different numbers? Well, if you understand that these 40 hundredths are going to be composed into groups of 10 and turn into 4 tenths, you know that this statement, that this decimal and this decimal is true. Okay, I've talked about that a little bit to get you introduced. Okay, so this is the reason why, because when we compose things, we bring them together and we make the next bigger place value. So we can't really, we can, but it's not really a good way to show our numbers. We can have 40 hundredths here, but we really want to group them and turn them into tenths. Alright, let's look at this next one. Again, you're not going to need a place value chart again. This time, just the same as before, you're going to need your ones, show your decimal, and you're going to need your tenths and your hundredths. Okay. And just like mine, it does not have to be super fancy for these notes, okay? Alright, so it wants us to show 2 ones. Okay, what happens when we want to show 2 ones as tenths? Well, these two ones, we're going to decompose them. They're going to become smaller units, and there's actually going to have 20 tenths. Okay, that's because each one of those turns into, or converts to 10 tenths to make each whole. And if I have 10 plus 10, I have 20 tenths. So 20 tenths is equal to 2 wholes. And that should feel just fine. That should not feel new. Okay? If we want to show it in unit form, so it wants us to fill in our unit form. Oh, I forgot. It tells us to add on 4 more. So it adds on 4 more. Okay, so this is 20 plus 4. So I have 20 tenths now. I add on 4 tenths, and now I have 24 tenths. Down below, it wants to know what's 24 tenths in hundredths. So if I have 24 in here, if I want to rename it to turn it into hundredths, I'm multiplying by 10. So that number gets multiplied by 10, and it turns into 240 hundredths if I want to know my answer in hundredths. As a fraction, it's going to look like this. Okay? As a decimal, 240 hundredths just looks like 2.4. Okay, so just showing these in different units will just help us understand our place value that much more. So this is our hundredths place. I can read this as 240, and then I say my unit word hundredths. That's what it is in that unit. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and show 3 6/10 in a few different forms here. So if I'm at 3 6/10, if you need to sketch place value charts, you can. I'm not going to for this one. I'm going to kind of talk through my thinking here. So tenths in 3 ones. So there are 30 tenths that equal 3 ones. Okay, so in each one there's 10, and 10 times 3 is 30. Okay, kind of what we were talking about with our expanded form yesterday. Okay, how many tenths are there then in 3 6/10? There's 36 tenths. Okay, and in unit form, that's going to look like 36 tenths. Okay. In fraction form, 3 6/10 is the same as 36 tenths. Okay, we learned this when we were using mixed numbers and fractions greater than 1, right? This goes in 3 times with 6 left over. All right. Now it's asking us to put it in hundredths. How many hundredths are in 3 ones? Well, there's 100 in each whole, and if I have 3, I have 300 of them. How many hundredths are in 6/10? So 6/10 is actually 60 hundredths. Okay, when we think about those centimeters, 6/10 is 60 centimeters. And the hundredths in 3.6 is 360 hundredths. Okay, so that's just another way to say that same number. We're using our different place values to say that. Alright, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that is pretty much it for today. Yeah, and you're on your problem set. So you've got some area models that you'll fill in, not too many. I'm mostly going to focus on the place value charts today. So when you're being asked to show different units, be careful to make sure you know what they're asking you. All right? Do a great job, guys. Bye-bye.